Rewrite each radical as a rational exponent in the lowest terms. All right, so the cube root of x can be written as x to the 1 over 3 power. Here, we have a power and a root, so the power goes on top, the root goes on the bottom of the fraction, so we have a to the 2 over 4 power. 2 over 4 can be reduced to 1 over 2. Here, it's a little trickier. So we have 9b to the 5th being raised to the 1 over 3 power. So if we put this 1 over 3 on each of these terms here, we have 9 to the 1 over 3 power times b to the 5 over 3 power. And 9 can be reduced to 3 squared. So we have 3 squared to the 1/3 power times b to the 5 over 3 power. And so we have a power and a root here, so we can combine these into one fraction. So that would be 3 to the 2 over 3 power times b to the 5 over 3 power. And there we go. Rewrite each radical as a rational exponent in the lowest terms. All right, so let's take everything in here, 16 times m to the 4th times n to the 7th, and raise it to the 1 over 4 power. This is the equivalent of raising 16 to the 1 over 4 power, m to the 4th to the 1 over 4 power, and n to the 7th to the 1 over 4 power. Now let's combine some of these. 16 to the 1/4 power is 2. So here we have m to the 4th power also raised to the 1/4 power, so that becomes 4 over 4, like that. And here we have n to the 7 over 4 power. Now m to the 4 over 4 power is just m to the 1st power, because 4 over 4 is 1. However, here we had an even index and an even exponent, and now we have an odd exponent. So we do need absolute value signs around this m. So the answer is 2 times the absolute value of m times n to the 7/4 power. Here we have, so we could take all of this, 32 x to the 8th, y to the 9th, and raise it to the 1 over 6 power. 32 is 2 to the 5th power, and we can raise that to the 1 over 6 power. We have x to the 8th, raise that to the 1 over 6 power, and we have y to the 9th raised to the 1 over 6 power. So now let's combine the fractions. So we have 2 to the 5 over 6 power, x to the 8 over 6 power, and y to the 9 over 6 power. Now these two fractions here can be reduced. So we have 2 to the 5 over 6 power times x. So we'll divide both of these by 2. We get 4 over 3 power. And we have y. We can divide top and bottom here by 3. So we have 3 over 2 power. And here are the answers. Rewrite each expression as a single radical. To combine more than one number or variable, the roots must be the same. So here we have x. We can take the 5th root and then square it, like this. Here, all of these exponents all have a root of 5, so we can take the 5th root, and then we have a to the 1st power, or just a, b to the 2nd power, and c to the 4th power, just like that. Here we have the 3rd root in both of these exponents, so we can take the 3rd root of r squared times s to the 5th power. Now, we can simplify this further, because this is the same thing as r squared times s to the 3rd power times s to the 2nd power. So here we can actually cancel out one of those, move this s out front, and that gives us s times the 3rd root of r squared times s squared. And do we need absolute value signs? We don't, because the index is odd. So there we go. And there we go. When the roots or denominators are different, they must be made into a common number in order to create a single root. So here we have 3 over 4 and 5 over 8. So the least common multiple is going to be 8. So if we multiply this 3 over 4 by 2 over 2, we will get x to the 6 over 8 power and y to the 5 over 8 power. We leave that one as is. This way we can have them both have 8 as the root. So then we could rewrite this as the 8th root, and then we write x and the power up here, 6y to the 5th. Here, the least common multiple between 5 and 3 is 15. So in order to get this into 15 denominator, we would multiply the top and bottom by 3. And here, in order for this to have 15 as a denominator, we would multiply the top and bottom by 5. So that gives us r to the 2 times 3, which is 6 over 15 power, and we have s to the 8 times 5, which is 40 over 15 power. So both of these have 15 as the root, so we take the 15th root of r to the 6th power times s to the 40th power. Here, the least common multiple of 2, 3, and 4 is 12. So we have j to the, alright, so to get this to be 12, we'd multiply the top by 6. We have k, and the denominator is 12, and then we would have to multiply top and bottom by 4, so that becomes 8. And we have m, and that would be times 3. So then we could rewrite this with the 12th root. And we have j to the 6th, k to the 8th power, and m to the 3rd. And there are the answers.